Nob Hill folks were meeting with the ART and the city's team and the SHPO about station designs as late as December, as you mentioned, and the SHPO provided some guidance about what they would look for in terms of scale. What, since that response from the SHPO, if you can tell us, what conversations have you had with the ART design team and the mayor's office and the mayor's ART team about adjusting the scale? Or
well, maybe we've been a little naive, but we just emailed our contact at ART about every 6 weeks and never got anything back.
Mr. Reardon, can you help us with this a little bit? I know this is an issue that you and I raised when we looked at the Nob Hill area designs upstairs several months ago, and the question was still out there about looking at changes or options to incorporate for the canopy, particularly the Nob Hill area, where it's a little more dense, kind of like in Edo, where there's a different design. Can you tell us about what the city did in response to the SHPO's answer and to the concerns from the neighborhood?
Mr. President, Councilor Davis, I probably can't speak to the specifics of what we've done to that, but what I can speak to the specifics to is the rigor that these designs have gone through, and I've never heard them referred to as peaks of Denver before, but more representative of our own mountainous regions. The designs for those went through a very rigorous process through the National Historic Preservation Office and the local State Historic Preservation Office, in conjunction with all the design experts that are local and working with the neighborhood associations. They have been designed now for over 2 years, where we can accept public comment. They've been approved through that federal process. They've got federal funding attached to them now, and they've already been bid and now awarded as of today for the design and the construction of those. So I appreciate the continued efforts of people to try to make small changes to these, but this is no small change. And even over the last few months, we've been able to move a curb and gutter here or a dry pad here and there, the type of tree maybe that we're planting, but this is a wholesale change to a structure that's been approved by many levels of agencies affected by the project.
And I know it's getting late, but I want to return to that concern about, we've heard time and time again from several other places about I know the neighborhood association had particular contacts with the art team, and we had several meetings throughout in the neighborhood, but about concerns about not responding back to neighborhood concerns with information that here would be the process for this, or this is why we have not. How can we, first, if there is no process by which we can make that adjustment now without reopening the door or taking a step backwards or doing change orders that are now outside the ability of us to pay for, what is the process by which the neighborhood can ensure that they're getting the right information about what's out there? I mean, I think we're hearing the same thing. They expressed concerns and weren't getting an answer, and I think they're frustrated that perhaps now we signed a deal that didn't incorporate any of the input that they were asked to provide.
Mr. President and Councilor Davis, we get input every day on this project, so to say that we're not able to input everybody's opinions, it's true. Just because we can't do what people are asking doesn't mean we're not listening, because sometimes you just can't because of the federal process that you're in or the level of approvals that you're already at. So I believe over 5 years of vetting public opinions and public requests that this project has met the majority of what people would like to see along Central Avenue as far as the art project goes. I'll never be able to say that we've made everybody 100% happy, because no project that we've done ever has. As far as the project goes and contacts now, we've got a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline that's going up there. We've got a website where you can email people that will respond as soon as possible. We've got 3 levels of government assistance that are out walking the corridor every day between our transit department, Bradbury State, and the Small Business Resource Collaborative for property owners. So I believe we're putting as full forth faith effort that we can forward. If there's other ways that we can contact people that we're not doing now, I will take that information and ensure that the team does. And the last piece of that actually is Councilor Sanchez's previous bill on the Central Advisory Board, Central Business Advisory Board. We have not staffed that yet, but I think that's going to be a big key in as we move forward, a 4th leg of the stool of communication.
Thanks. I know we have some other speakers. I want to give them an opportunity, and let's follow up and hopefully bring this back to full center. Thank you, Mr. President.